What up, junkies? Welcome back. Culture Junkies Live is here. I'm Kenshiro. This is Great Outakuji. This is GQ. This is
Mega Sean.
And that is Simon. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show. We got a packed show for you today. We're going to talk about One Piece news and a bunch of other stuff. But first and foremost, Simon says you had something right before the show you wanted to ask all of us. So let's get to that. It'll probably be something fun. So what you got?
Okay, so we were talking about this, and I was like wondering. So back in the day when everyone was young, we would frequently freak to the liquor store, and what we would do is we would take our cart or wagon full of bottles and go in and buy kid stuff, candy, sodas, chips, whatever. Mm-hmm. So my question is, what was it that you guys would purchase when you hit that liquor store?
Is there like an allowance limit you got that you could say?
I'm gonna say it depends on the amount of bottles you sold off. So I would say maybe $5.
Okay, $5. So first of all, my parents ain't have it like that, so I ain't have no red radio flyer wagon full of bottles. So nah, this was pennies that you would scrape up, scrounge and scrape up, and then bring or whatever and turn into some money. I ain't getting no allowance like that. So $5. I have to think about it. It's a lot. I can give
you ain't had no wagon.
No, I ain't had no wagon, dog.
Everybody had a wagon.
I ain't had no wagon, man. I especially can't see no thug like you having no radio flyer wagon.
No, everybody had a wagon. It's a wagon.
I ain't had no wagon, dog.
Everybody had a wagon. You find it in a park somewhere.
I mean, maybe, but I didn't wagon no thing to the party.
I mean, that's
what I'm saying.
That's what he used.
Did you have a wagon?
No.
See?
Everybody had a wagon.
Everybody had no wagon.
Like a wagon was some exorbitant cost. That people, there was wagons left in parks, wagons all over the place. This ain't the Oregon Trail. That ain't the wagon he talking about.
Okay, but also you did have, I would assume, trash bags.
Exactly. Listen, man, don't let
trash bags, bottles.
Don't let him do you like that.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Listen,
$5. What you had?
I'm gonna say it now. He's full of shit.
Okay,
and I'm gonna tell you why he is. He say he tight. Right, he say they ain't have it like that. If somebody didn't have it like that, then they would know all about taking bottles back because they didn't have it like that. Now you know who does have it like that? Somebody who ain't never had to take no bottles back in a trash bag. This man is an imposter.
No, I'm not. Anyway,
he ain't never took
$5.
He ain't never took no bottles
back. What you get from
back.
a liquor store for $5?
A Snickers and a blue jazzberry Faygo.
Hold up. That's all you getting with $5? Oh, you gonna pocket the rest?
No, I mean that's all I was getting. I mean, again, y'all,
$5, dog.
Y'all see again. You well-to-dos might have had $5 to spend.
You said well-to-do.
He said well-to-do.
Snickers, maybe a well, it depends on the day. Some days I do a honey bun and an apple juice. Other days I would do a Snickers and a jazz and blueberry Faygo and maybe and some Cool Ranch Doritos. Okay. But again, I was a child. I didn't know what the hell I was eating. Just crap. Yep. Crap.
Of course. Anybody else?
Realistically, $5 was essentially 5 quarters. 25 quarters was Street Fighter.
That's what I'm saying. He's the only person on my wavelength.
Once again, well-to-do. There is no
arcade
machine in the liquor stores in my neighborhood.
Look, I'm going to tell you something. Back up.
Yeah.
Because I was born and raised in Detroit. Did not move out till I got married. And unfortunately, I'm still not living in that city anymore. But I was there for got darn 30 some odd years, born and raised.
Yeah.
And my cousin lived even deeper in the hood than we did. And we used to steal his mom's cans and take those bitches to the freaking party store.
There we go.
In his neighborhood and play Street Fighter 2. And we were playing, not King of Fighters, Fatal Fury 2 was at that place. Mm-hmm. And my cousin's telling stories that I don't even remember because I guess I was zoned in. He said these motherfuckers, they playing a game and I was whipping their ass and motherfucker took his gun out, put it on top of the freaking arcade machine. It's like, I'm not getting this little motherfucker's ass.
But not as a threat, just because he needed more room.
I don't remember seeing it at all.
He needed more room to play.
I don't remember seeing it at all. I do not remember that.
belt.
You know how you getting your ass kicked and then you got to sit up. All right, young
That's
fella.
basically what it's doing. But it was in the party store. We I didn't buy snacks. We took the freaking money to play freaking. It was
Absolutely.
It was a 7-Eleven near my house that used to freaking have Mortal Kombat. That's where one of the times I first played Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter 2 was in another party store down off of where we live, and it was there until the freaking dude that ran the freaking store got shot because my man would. Giving him the freaking court, he's like, man, you got to go. And I guess they shot it. They took the arcade machine out of that place.
That's crazy.
Because of that. And then when we were back.
Wait, whoa. This man was shot over a arcade machine?
Yeah.
Oh, people.
Well, it was a guy that was running the place. I guess he
Yeah.
wanted to get
Not an 8-ball jacket.
Nah,
some
man.
Jordans.
Then this was the guy
Yeah,
behind
man.
the counter.
Not
They-
a starter
He
jacket.
got shot. He didn't die, but they shot him.
Over an
dog.
arcade game.
Yeah,
Any disrespect, you beat me.
No, he wasn't playing.
No, it wasn't
him.
even about
He
that.
wasn't playing
Like,
about him. He was
yeah.
trying to get, I guess, more money, whatever, and he wanted him to leave. He wanted him to get out of his place.
Yeah.
And so, like, he freaking took the arcade machine out of there. But that's where I remember perfecting that freaking Dragon Punch, playing against this person who was M. Bison. This was Championship Edition that had M. Bison, and she was trying to, and it was a girl too. She was trying to go back and forth to the mouse, like, Charuka, knocking them out of those freaking, like, you're not getting me, man. Oh my
So
gosh. I wasn't buying no junk food. I was playing the arcade
He
machine.
played games.
Yeah.
He
That's right.
played games.
That's right.
You bought junk food. I bought junk food. So my junk food that I used to buy, usually it wasn't even junk food. Really, it was more candy. What?
No, so what?
What you mouthing?
I didn't. No,
What?
I didn't say nothing.
What?
bro.
Yeah, I know you saying something slick under your breath over
How
there.
is candy not junk food?
It's junk food.
Right.
It's junk.
Candy is candy to me. But anyway, so the candy I would get though is I would always do non-laters or the Red Hots, Alexander the Grapes, Lemon Heads, those because those were cheaper. You can get more bang for your buck out of that. Leave the Boston baked beans, the Chico sticks, and all that other kind of shit. Nah, get rid of all that. No, man. It's all about the candies. Crybaby gum. You would get those a lot of times. Jolly Rancher sticks if they had those. I didn't really like honey buns as a kid. I still
I
kind
ate
of
a honey bun 2 days ago.
Oh well,
I needed the calories. All I had for lunch was a salad with some goddamn cranberries on it. Salad with no tomatoes,
needed a
no
shot.
chicken,
Needed a shot
no
of them carbs
eggs.
and
It was
sugar.
the lettuce, cranberries, and some Italian dressing. I said, you know what? I need some calories.
I need some
760
carbs.
calories. Got me going.
Why don't you eat one of them? What y'all call them? Them baked chickens at
Costco?
yeah.
The rotisseries.
I don't really eat
No,
those no more.
chicken bake, whatever it's
Oh,
called.
bleh. Put your mouth
Or the rotisserie chicken.
If you wanted more bang for your buck, I got way more bang for my buck out of $5 in Street Fighter.
No, but again, my liquor store didn't have the arcade machines, so
I don't know.
yeah, I didn't, man.
I had to traverse.
Fifth Avenue liquor store on Finkel, right near Southfield Freeway, did not have the arcade. They still don't have
I
arcade
had to
machines.
traverse because you guys know my old neighborhood, and there was a
Yeah.
party store right on the corner.
Yeah.
That one did not have one.
Right.
I was out in the neighborhood to find the ones. Like I said,
got you.
my cousin used to live by was it Greenfield and Plymouth. He was off of there, and we were at several places over there. But near my house, it was just off Plymouth Road. There was
That's
at
funny.
least 3 different places that had and we'd be at one of the 3.
I think that what it was for me is like there was a 7. There was oh goodness, dude. Mexican
It's
knuckles.
Mexican knuckles and thunder that chicken bake.
No, it's. I
It's
think for me there was literally. There was a 7-Eleven that was biking distance. There was a rental store that actually had arcade machines in it. That was, of course, biking distance. Like that for me, there was a lot of places because it was during that time where Double Dragon, Street Fighter, all of those games were like money makers. So it was like all these stores are like, it just sits there and it just gathers money. Let's get a couple of them.
The only place that I ever used to see arcade machines at was the bowling alley. That was it.
well, of course, but that was
For sure.
expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Simon says, how about you though? What
Yeah,
was
exactly.
what was your
We
go-to?
would, me and my cousin, we would just like take, like I said, our bottles all the way down to the liquor store. It was like maybe like walking distance, which most of them were, which is weird. And
I mean,
they were
a
little
liquor
kids.
store on every corner, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
So
you know how it is.
You're saying, Kishiro, I would do the non-laters, especially the sour
What flavor?
apple. Sour apple.
Okay. There you go.
Mike and Mike's.
No, I was more like sweet tarts too. I did sweet tarts.
Yeah.
Those were there, and then of course the blow pops.
Fucking hated suckers when I was a kid.
Yes.
Whatever it was, it made me just feel ill. Just the idea of
Didn't
putting
like
something in your mouth and
suckers?
sucking it. No.
Oh, okay. He went there. Okay. All right. I got you.
I
What? No, go ahead, Megatron.
I don't picture you riding a bicycle. Yeah, I don't like. Maybe you
He
just
got on the bicycle,
right.
himself. He was just
Right, you just kind of said, kind of just went like this.
What's his name?
It was
Sakamoto?
like,
Yeah.
Like
take me
not
there.
Sakamoto.
Yeah, I don't.
You know
see
the guy
Yeah,
from
I
the
remember.
one
I don't
anime?
see it.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I don't see it.
Oh
I used to
man.
ride my bike,
And
everywhere.
definitely not like no BMX. You had
No,
to
I
have a
had-
10-speed.
No. I had a BMX bike first.
I don't believe. I ain't no way. You just take me there. And then you would
Take
just,
me
and
there.
then you would just, then you just,
That
you
motherfucker was
told
on
me
there.
to
Take me there.
Take me there.
Feet on the handlebar. That
Right.
bitch was just driving like.
for sure. I can't see it.
I used to ride my bike everywhere, and then like I said, it got 10-speed eventually, and then everybody had to get a mountain bike once mountain bikes became a
Oh,
thing.
man,
Yeah,
you know that.
yeah.
So, yeah. Everybody did.
I've had lots of bikes throughout the years.
Awesome.
So,
But here's the messed up part. I had to ride my aunt's 10-speed at 7 years old. And
Okay.
that was a bitch in itself trying to ride.
Yeah.
hold
ride
on.
a-
Was it at least an actual female bike and not a male bike?
No, it was a female bike. But still, though, it was still a bitch to ride because.
They had that high bar, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
The high bar is the
Yeah,
male bike.
man.
But, I
The high
couldn't-
bar is the male bike. The
Right.
slope
The
is
slope
the
down
female.
Yeah, but it was
female.
it was a full on 10-speed with the curve, the actual curve like handlebars.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hated those things.
bet you
and
did.
No, yeah, and it was like
Imagine him like doing the curve, hitting the curve.
the problem was my folks wouldn't let me bring my bike because it was permanently over my grandparents. It was like you gonna leave it there or
permanently.
I drove it around there. Rode my bike over there. You know how people, how it is.
Over there, transportation and whatnot.
Exactly.
My bike stayed at my house. That was it.
Exactly.
Like I couldn't imagine having a bike that was over somebody else's house that I had to hopefully travel to just to get. Nah,
I know some guys that used to steal bikes over there in his neighborhood. So yeah, it probably should have been in his grandmother's house.
Yeah, something like that. All right, so last week we didn't get to touch on any of the Spidey 4 stuff that we kind of wanted to get to. So I guess, I figured we could do some of that now. Obviously, Spider-Man Brand New Day is filming overseas right now in London. They're handling this differently because, like, it seems like there's a concerted effort by Marvel, and GQ, I know you hate this. They are literally showing behind-the-scenes stuff right off rip on their own. They're doing it. Marvel Studios is doing it, not any of the paparazzi or anything like that. They're still kind of trying to do their own
I thought
thing.
it was done by Sony though.
But it's both. Like,
Joint
Marvel
studio.
Studios is involved, but they're doing it themselves between showing the Spider-Man suit, which looks pretty awesome, by the way, to them showing like him doing the stunt on the tank that they've done, him meeting fans and stuff like that. What do you guys make of some of the stuff that you've seen out there so far, Spider-Man 4? What's on your mind?
Chickens coming home to roost,
Of?
Kenshiro.
What are you talking about?
As I told you, they're tired of the failures. So they're doing whatever needs to be done to galvanize the fan base back and have them ready back to 800 million, back to 900 million. Close to $1 billion again. We will not see 400 or 500 million again. Put the boy in the suit, have him back flipping, push. We done got the taste of Pascal out of our mouths. We are ready to roll. Every 4 years, here comes Spidey, so the MCU can't get pushed. We done got the taste of Pascal out of our mouths. We are comes Spidey, so the MCU must. They are suffering.
So
and
we
the
going
numbers are
so we
low.
just gonna pretend like Fantastic Four and Spider-Man are like even close to being in the same neighborhood.
Who? Financially?
Yeah.
Since when?
This is what I'm. So we're trying to pretend like Spider-Man wasn't going to automatically make bank because it's Spider-Man, bro. It's like
Again, as he said, people aren't going to the movies anymore.
they will go for Spider-Man,
come back.
They're
They
going to
will
make
go.
sure they go for Spider-Man.
but you think they have to show all this behind-the-scenes stuff to get?
There's a
them to-
reason why they're doing it. 2 back-to-back stinkers. Technically, you could say 3 if you want to count that mental health movie that they pushed out. But that's 3 movies nowhere near the billion that they like. And now they got to roll them out. Punisher, roll them out. Hulk, roll them out. Have the boy backflipping through Broadway. Roll them out.
Sounds like Optimus Prime right now. What do you say, Dado?
I don't look at those things anymore. I used to be. I still love movies. Really did. Back in the day, I used to watch Entertainment Tonight.
Man.
Because that was on TV. You didn't have the internet.
Yeah.
I'm dating myself. I don't give a care.
Question though, was you watching for the movies or for those $1 million legs? Because they were insured for $1 million. I remember when I heard that. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was a little bit of both, but no, I was watching. Back when John Tesh used to freaking host it. And,
man.
The lady with the $1 million legs.
Yeah,
really dating.
But yeah, because they would show behind the scenes stuff all the time, show you what the movies was coming out, have interviews with the celebrities, and it was about the movie because they only talked about the movies back. It's weird that they talk about other stuff now. They ain't talking about just the movie.
Yeah.
But now it's like you got that all over the place, and I purposely do not look at it because, as you may or may not know, I know you guys know. I know you guys still look at trailers. It doesn't bother you, but for me, tired of seeing the whole entire movie spoiled in the trailer. Now, spoilers usually don't bother me, but I loved the trailers back in the day when in a world and it was just pieces here and there, or it didn't even say anything. Go back and watch another 48 hours. Yeah, I'm dating myself again. But look at that trailer. You just see parts from the movie out of context, and boom, you got a trailer. And they don't do that anymore. They're trying to build a story with the trailer. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, hopefully they build up some kind of want people to get back in the theater to see. But for the last few Spider-Man movies, people came and they went and they saw, so they might do it. But it'd be kind of weird if that movie. Because I did read a headline, and they were talking about, and I don't know how they could even try to guess something like this now, since both movies are going to come out the next year, because it's going to be Superman and another Marvel. Excuse me,
Supergirl.
It's going to be Supergirl. And I meant Superman as the franchise,
Yeah.
but Supergirl movie versus Spider-Man. Somebody put it out there that Supergirl's going to do better financially than Spider-Man. I said, wait a minute. First off, it's a year out. Second off, this year you had two brand new spanking movies, and though they did not do as well as people hoped, I think they were still good movies. But regardless of that, Spider-Man's already proven that they put butts in seats. And if I remember correctly, and I don't, I think one of them came out during COVID, the Spider-Man movie. Not 100% sure.
Your brain is on working now.
Yeah, sometimes it is. I don't know what's going on right now. Where am I?
Too
How'd
many
I
drugs.
get here?
Too many
drugs.
Too many drugs. GQ, they announced already. Mark Ruffalo's confirmed to be back as the Hulk. They also announced that Michael Mando will be reprising being Scorpion in this film, on top of having both Sadie Sink and Frank Castle, the Punisher, John Bernthal being in this movie. Do you feel like they're dropping too much too fast, and you'd rather be a little bit more quiet?
I understand why they're bringing in Bernthal. They want people to speculate. They want people to talk about it. That's pretty much why they're allowing all this behind-the-scenes stuff. And also because Tom Holland isn't really good at giving interviews about spoiling stuff. So
he ain't never going to live that down, huh?
It's kind of like just go ahead and just jump on it and control the narrative versus stuff leaking and then people coming up with all these silly reasons as why. Because I think that's what hurt a lot of films within these past couple of years. You see that one shot of something, then everybody wants to run with a story that doesn't make any sense related to that particular thing. Even when we first originally all of us saw the TV show for The Flash and saw his uniform for the first time, out of context, just a picture of it, it was like, that looks terrible.
Yeah.
But then you see it in motion, see it on the show, it's like, okay, I get it. It makes more sense. So I think they're just trying to stay on top of that sort of thing.
Okay.
As far as having all the different characters in there is fine. I would have rather been shocked, once you get to the film, the movie, it's like, oh, I didn't know this person's gonna be in there, but IMDb usually messes that up, or Lego. Lego sometimes messes that up too because they come up with some set.
The solicitations.
It's like
terrible.
Here's the spoilers right there because this Lego set was announced a week before or whatever. It's like, why would you do that? But
to your point, that's exactly what happened with the whole Red Hulk situation with Captain America. And a lot of people,
they should have.
They never should have done
been
that.
a surprise.
Yeah, 100%. Simon says, I'm gonna let you have the last word on this.
They should just not even show shit. Just we don't keep it. Well, of course we know Tom Holland can't keep his goddamn mouth shut, so that's not even going to be a in the realm of reality because we all know that. But no, I just wondering whenever is Spider-Man gonna have his own movie? Because most of them, all his movies so far have been nothing but cameos. This is a Spider-Man standalone movie where he's the actual focus point. Even though it is a Spider-Man movie and he has, done his thing, but the problem is, it's like you had Tony Stark in the first one, and you had was it Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury, and then was it the
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange in this one, and then all the other Spider-Mans, and then this one you got Punisher, Hulk, and yeah, it's like okay, his movies or are we just going to just keep getting these cameos?
I think there's a deeper topic there, and we will have to table this one and bring it up another day. Mm-hmm. The notion of superhero movies and the need to have cameos / other heroes in there, because that's the same kind of accusation that the Superman film had. But again, we'll table that for now, and we'll move on to something else. Speaking of moving on to something else, Disney and Gina Carano finally settled their lawsuit. There's a lot of noise out there about, Gina Carano won and now she's gonna get her Star Wars role back. I got a whole bunch I can say about it. Megan Sean, you have a perspective on this. What is it? Do you expect her to be back?
I don't know about in that Star Wars role, but overall, why not follow the money? If she was backed by who she was backed by, if those who are currently in power in this country feel the same way that she feels, ain't nobody trying to argue with that, man.
Dido?
That's how I feel about Gina Carano.
Perfect, actually.
It just look. Remember how I said in the segment prior when I talked to people and they talked about the movie?
Yeah.
Entertainment Tonight did it well. They're not like that anymore, but they were like that in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
Perfect watch.
Yeah.
And if it was like that back then, Gina Carano would have role in Star Wars, and that would have been it.
For sure.
That would have been it. We wouldn't be here. She wouldn't have been fired. It would have been any of that stuff. She'd have talked about her role, if it was fun, about the character, what made the character. That would have been it. We're not like that anymore.
All the extra shit.
And
right?
First off, if I was Gina Carano, I'd have kept my mouth shut. But since she did what she did, I wouldn't want to work with that company if I thought that way, if things didn't align. And if I was that company, I wouldn't want to work with her. Period. She can go off and do movies with Dean Cain or some shit. Who cares?
Dean Cain?
No,
that's fucking shit.
What he said is actually very perfect for the situation that we're talking about. GQ, what's your take on the whole Gina Carano settling thing?
Like Dido said, just keep your mouth shut, earn money. Like literally, you are put in a position where they were going to give you an entire show based on your character because how popular your character was. Twitter screwed all that up. Mm-hmm. It's like if I got to that level, y'all would get a phone call from me. Y'all would never see me post nothing.
Oh yeah, no, you
like
can't be out there.
It's like it's not. I don't need to put nothing out there for the masses to jump on. It's like y'all are my crew. That's who I roll with. Mm-hmm. Y'all, if I need to talk to somebody, I'll talk to y'all. I don't need to send nothing out there about what I think about this, that, and what the other, because it's messing with the bag. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
very much. Yeah.
You screwed yourself over. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, I'm sure you got some type of settlement out of this, but who knows what the merchandise deals, another spinoff showing up in this Mando movie coming up. There's all sorts of stuff you could have done if you could have just let your fingers just, you know what, put that phone down.
Yeah, and listen, I say what you want to say about Gina Carano, her quote unquote winning the lawsuit. She didn't win this lawsuit. Okay, first of all, she didn't win. It was settled, and none of the details are going to be made public, probably like ever. And to your point, Dido, right? Disney is under no obligation to work with her ever again. Like they may say for PR purposes, it's like, oh, we look forward to working with her in the future. That's more of like a kiss off, say, don't call us, we'll call you type deal. The Star Wars role, no, that's over. She's not getting that back. The Mandoverse is getting ready to wrap up anyway. But the only reason Gina Carano even started keeping up with this is because she realized she fucked up. She wanted to claw back what she was getting, and she knew that the only roles that she was getting was with the right-leaning conservative like Charlie Kirks of the world that were putting up in movies that weren't making any money. Like, she's not a draw. She doesn't put butts in the seats. They have no reason to hire her.
He said she was popular.
She's more of a B.
Popular with who?
That's what he just said.
With who?
He said with Disney. Oh,
She was. Did you hear that? Was.
Hey,
And she fucked that up.
people like a
The actor
redemption
at
story.
most.
Thank you,
well,
Simon Says. Go ahead. You say your
No,
business.
she's a B actress at most. Most of her movies were pretty much made to straight to video or straight to digital. Because
Yeah.
I've seen. There was one that was on actual Prime. I was like, when did we see this movie?
I ain't seen not a one.
Yeah, I watched it. I was like, what the fuck?
The only one that I even remember that got kind of a big push a little bit was her first one, Haywire.
Yeah,
Haywire.
with Channing Tatum.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
Channing Tatum, Antonio Banderas. You had a whole
Yeah.
list
Yeah.
of people to boost that up.
Right,
and
that were
like, so-
carrying
and then
her.
Fassbender was in it. I mean, it's like you had all sorts of
Fassbender
people.
was in it.
Yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
had all sorts of people. People want to see the movie because yes, it's cool to see her do action.
Right.
But the rest of that supporting or ensemble cast was like, bro, like, yeah, I want to see what Fassbender's doing. Antonio Banderas,
Right.
Channing Tatum, like all those people were more of a draw, even though it was her movie. They had that full cast to carry her.
Oh,
the
for
fact
sure.
that she can't act like those other people can act.
Right.
Marcus X4 has a good point. If Disney can bring her back, we better see Jonathan Majors back
in the
some
MCU.
way.
Right. That is a guy that actually has talent. He's good.
That's a
Go ahead.
different situation. Him, as ridiculous as some might believe the charge was, that was placed against him. That's different than getting on the internet and being a dumbass.
Oh no, absolutely. I'm not saying that the two.
But he
are
should be
equal.
back.
No, exactly. But it's. You gotta be careful who you hang around. That's literally all I can say with it.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be careful who you hang around.
Yeah,
It's like-
man.
It's like if you got that much stuff coming in, it's like I don't need a relationship. I don't.
Yeah. Brothers
At-
got to
at-
make smarter choices.
At that point, it's like I'm just gonna get
But
my
listen,
money.
listen, though, you
Go
can't
ahead.
be out here asking the 100-pound French woman to be Coretta Scott King either. Okay, I'm not letting him get away with that.
And that's,
I hear you.
and that's
He was-
also fine.
I hear you.
You
Go
got to
ahead.
be careful because you end up like Shannon Sharp trying to random
Hey,
Let's just say, just focus on the film.
focus on the bag.
Yeah, focus, just the
What
film and the money.
What I said even
back.
before Dave Chappelle said, you got to have that love contract.
Hey,
Remember when you did say
Yeah, signed a
there you go.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So I mean, honestly, y'all can feel however you want to feel about Gina Carano. I thought it was a shame that she actually did that to herself because I liked Cara Dune. I did. I thought as a character, I thought she had potential, and that could have been her breakout role, and she went and screwed it up. And I was like, oh well, it is what it is.
Oh yeah, I mean, it
You
wasn't.
know?
Didn't nobody take her phone? She did type it. So,
Yeah, she did it herself.
you know.
And, say what you want about, she was making the accusations of, oh, it's a double standard. I could say my thing, but you didn't hammer Pedro Pascal. Difference is, Pedro Pascal took his shit down and he didn't do it again. You kept doing it. That's the difference.
That is
Ain't
correct.
nobody gonna stop me. I'm gonna do what I want to see. That
That was her on the phone.
I mean, it's again, it goes back to what I've said before. I'm very sure if a Disney employee has a contract that they have to basically undergo, like I'm talking about people that work at the theme park.
Yeah.
If they have a contract that they got to abide by, full well people that are in, running their in their projects and acting and being the face of the company has way more ironclad contracts that they got to abide by. So it's like, I'm very sure their contract told you that you got to conduct yourself a particular way,
For
and
sure.
she didn't want to do it. So it's like,
For sure.
it is what
Like
it is.
you were a MMA fighter, right?
yeah.
Very talented at that. You get put in the position of something you probably could never even dream of, and then you allow some people you don't even know on the internet to have you firing back. Nah, man.
I learned that crap a long time ago.
Yeah, that's
Don't argue on it.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
social media 101. Do not argue with anybody. And I've been guilty of it, but I'm not under no Disney check.
Exactly.
I guarantee you this: I wouldn't have social media if I was.
You would delete it, right?
That'd be
You
the
would
first-
delete them boys
first
right
thing-
away.
First thing that I don't even want to see the comments.
Hey, so you wouldn't be like KD with the burners?
No, man, no. Even when it comes to our comments, I don't check them because I don't care. I don't need to
Fair.
know. What
Fair.
I do know is that they call me Mr. Mega Sean at the bank. That's all I need to know.
There you go.
That's all I need
All right,
to know.
so let's get to this One Piece quote unquote controversy. So The One Piece season 2 trailer dropped. I think it was like last week, and I still haven't seen it yet, obviously. But we've talked about live action anime before.
Yes.
And of the live action anime that we've had, I've really enjoyed One Piece. I think One Piece is so well done. It got me really interested in the property. Even though I still haven't watched the anime, that's neither here nor there. I was looking forward to season 2, right? These casting announcements have been out there for months. But all of a sudden, now that the trailer has come out and they've seen, I forget the young lady's name, that they cast to be Princess Vivi.
Is she black?
She is Indian.
She has melanin.
Is
She
she
has
brown?
black skin.
She has
she
melanin.
is dark black skin.
Yeah.
She has dark skin.
Is
Yes.
the anime character not brown skin?
No, sir. No, sir.
Not many either, because Usopp, who is
Thank you, Bucks Basement.
There you go.
Charithra Chandran is the actress's name. She actually has been in she's been in that
Bridgerton.
very popular Netflix show Bridgerton. She's I don't watch it either, but she's not a newbie, right?
For sure.
Of an ensemble cast that's filled with a lot of pretty popular people. Joe Manganiello, I think, is in this season.
he just found out, if I remember correctly, and I don't. Yeah.
He is
I always get people confused
Oh,
sometimes.
you talking
that
about-
I think he has black ancestry.
Yes, he has black
He
ancestors.
just found out about that.
Yeah, he did. You know that Who Do You Think You Are? That show.
Yeah.
It revealed. Anyway, we're not here to talk about
wait. You talking about the guy that used to be married to Sofia Vergara?
that. Correct.
Got some black in him?
Yes, he does.
Down
Yes,
the
he
line?
does.
Deathstroke.
Yes, he does.
I think.
Yes.
Deathstroke.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yes.
And
No.
I don't.
You
He
are
was
right.
on-
You are correct.
He was on True Blood, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
You are
He
correct.
was also in the first Spider-Man movie.
Yes,
He
he
was.
was.
He was.
Flash Thompson.
Listen, you talking about a glow up?
That was Flash Thompson?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was Flash Thompson.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm talking about a glow up.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you go from that to Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, indeed. So, a lot has been made by the usual suspects online about the appearance of Princess Vivi versus the anime counterpart, and say it was like, "Oh, One Piece is going woke." I'm not a One Piece enthusiast. I'm not a One Piece guy. This man right here to my next to me is a One Piece guy, so he could tell you all about whether One Piece is woke or not. But the problem is that these people once again are defying the wishes of the manga creator himself. Eiichiro Oda has selected every single person in this production. He wanted them. He wanted this woman to be Vivi, meaning that he wanted Vivi to be dark-skinned. Why in the hell are they making a fuss?
Okay, real quick, Dido, since you've watched the show, obviously. Princess, what is her background?
Well, she lives she's the princess of a country called Alabasta. Alabasta is in an area that we would call the Middle East over here.
Oh,
So it's a
okay.
desert.
Uh-huh.
It's got a lot of sun and a lot of sand.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of melon. See, the problem is that certain people on this planet forget that depending on where you live, you need to protect yourself from the sun. And depending on who you believe in, you can believe that a spiritual being gave those people that protection, or you can believe in that it was put there to help because the sun is hot and it beams down there to keep people from dying. That's all melanin is. And I don't know, unlike my brothers up here, I have a little bit less than them, but I still have some melanin. You put me in the sun, I'm gonna get
He's
a
got
little bit
some. Yeah, he's gonna get darker.
But
Alabasta, Arizona.
Exactly.
Yeah, same thing.
It's a thing, and
That is
if, like I
funny.
said, Oda, a lot of people who are freaking celestial dragons think they know One Piece. And
Explain the celestial dragon thing.
long story short, celestial dragons are basically the people who cannot be touched. They are the ones that are in power. They don't even breathe everybody's air. They go out in public wearing bubbles over their head because they don't breathe people's air.
What?
Yes.
Hey,
And Luffy punched one of them square in the face because, if I remember correctly, and I don't.
Of course. That's his new line. You know that, right?
that's his new
Like,
shirt.
if I remember correctly,
That's
man,
gonna
I
be his new
don't.
shirt.
He was trying to buy somebody, like a slave. I think it was
wow.
a mermaid.
Mhm.
And I don't remember what popped off, but Luffy hit him square. And ooh, but a lot of people don't get One Piece. First off, a lot of people don't watch it because they think they know it. And the ones that say One Piece is mid, I ain't never seen nothing that's mid that's been around that long. I don't give two
Oh no,
shits.
yeah.
Not
It don't
at
last
all.
that
Number
long
one
being mid.
at
No,
this, number one at the manga, number one. It just doesn't exist.
Falcon Crest was a spinoff of Dynasty.
Oh my God.
That didn't last long at all. So it's like you're 100% right. One Piece got legs.
Yeah,
So okay, so the character on the show is light skinned or
she's
kind of white,
but a lot of people are, because I was gonna say Usopp in the anime is light skinned, but Oda, who is the creator of One Piece, says if Usopp was his area of from this earth where he would come from is Africa. So that's why they cast a black man as Usopp.
Gotcha.
So like Luffy is supposed to be Brazilian. That's why they cast somebody, even though I think he's Mexican in real life, but he's still of Latin American origin.
Yeah. So here's what I will say about that. So concerning that, and this is something Prima and I were talking about, is that a lot of people are having problems because Vivi doesn't look like her anime counterpart in live action.
Don't care.
Part of the problem with that is Japan has a colorism problem. In that,
Just Japan?
oh no. I'm just saying in the context is obviously we know colorism is a problem all over the world, but specifically with Japan with regard to characters that they view as being favorable or someone that they want to push. Right? They have a tendency to lighten their skin. With Vivi, they pretty much portray her almost as a very fair-skinned, almost white-skinned person. Usopp has been getting progressively shades lighter as the seasons has gone on. We know infamously the character Vanessa in Virtual Fighter.
Oh my God!
In VF4 when she first came out, she was dark skinned.
She looked like Jade Cargill.
She did.
She literally looked like how Jade Cargill looks.
Literally with the white hair and everything too.
Dark.
Yeah,
And
but
in Virtual
the
Fighter
very
5,
next game,
J-Lo.
No, not the very next game.
No, she
Virtual Fighter 4,
the upgrade.
The upgrade,
Yeah.
they lightened her
Oh
up.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
they did that.
Evolution.
Whoa,
Evolution.
Right.
Yeah, Revolution.
And then they did it again in 5. Like they lightened her up even more.
Yeah.
So
Now she's looking like little Kim now.
It's terrible.
but you see what I mean, and it's something that Prima said that is that Oda has directorial control. He has control over the production of the live action One Piece. He got that from Netflix. Toei has all the control with the anime. Toei made a unilateral decision to lighten these characters up because they thought the Japanese audiences would be in Japan. Fair skin is seen as being something to aspire to.
Well, it's because, from my understanding, the whole thing, specifically in certain Asian cultures, is the darker you are, the poor you are because you work outside.
But they love basketball.
Yeah, well, if you work outside, you get
Like-
dark because you're underneath the sun.
Right,
So it's
but
a classism thing.
I
And I'm
get
not
it.
saying it's good or bad. I'm just explaining what it is.
No, I get it, but based off of their love of basketball,
that's the
the
Filipinos.
majority.
I don't know about the
Well, no,
Japanese.
it's all of
Chinese
the
are like
Chinese.
that.
Oh, so I'm just. I don't know. To me, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But given that the majority of the greatest basketball players ever have been dark skinned, like to this day, to still associate, poor with being dark is.
To me,
I don't know.
it's one of those situations of I get it. That might be
Yeah.
the ingrained generational thought process, but it's like it's
It's time to change.
I
it's like
think so.
Yeah.
it's like get out of your head of the lighter skin. It's like I've known a lot of light skin and dark skinned people that have hurt people and been evil and been whatever. It doesn't really
It doesn't matter.
one or the other. It doesn't really change anything.
Mhm.
Like it's
think-
like no, go ahead.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to interrupt.
Good.
But I agree
He
with
was.
your statement. I think it's time for people to realize that all it is melanin, and what it does is to protect you from the fucking sun.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with your class. It has nothing to do with your character. It has
Mhm.
nothing to do with how you act. A lot of variables throughout life can do that,
For sure.
but it has nothing to do with your gosh darn skin color.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just, hey, I can be out in the sun and it's not going to hurt me. Or I could be out in the sun longer because even if you got a lot of melanin, you could still come down with certain conditions.
Oh, yeah.
You can still get
Absolutely.
sunburn. It just takes longer when you have a natural UV protectant, because that's what it is. I was watching a science show, and I'm not trying to derail at all, and this guy was under a UV camera. He put freaking sunscreen on his face. White guy put sunscreen on his face. You know what it did?
Made him darker.
It made him black.
Yeah.
That's all. He put sunscreen on. He looked black
Yeah,
under
under
UV
the
camera,
camera, yeah.
because that's what it does. It protects you from UV. Comes from the goddamn sun.
Right.
Exactly.
So let me redirect a little bit. So one of the things that is also the cast members came to her defense, the actress who plays Vivi, and even Oda himself, obviously came out and said, no, she's perfect for this role. This is who I wanted. But of course, you're going to always get those fans that are going to be upset because, and I use the word fans loosely here
fans.
because, a friend of Preem who's a friend on TikTok is the English voice actor for one of the One Piece characters, and he says, if you're mad that Vivi is being played by an Indian woman, you're not a fan of One Piece. You're a celestial dragon, essentially, right? Which is, and Preem even put it in the chat. He said, the celestial dragons are the MAGA of the One Piece world. Literally the MAGA of the One Piece world. They're full of racists and people that think they're above
and own people, slaves.
Yes.
There was a whole entire story just for fun. They had all these people, and what was that movie with Ice-T when he was being hunted? I don't remember the name of the movie.
No.
Surviving the game.
Yeah, surviving the game.
Well
done.
It was surviving the game with hundreds of people, where they were just sending them out. And before they even started, this motherfucker was just like, bam! He's like, we didn't even start yet. He's like, I don't care. He's like, ha, 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 because they were just shooting it because they could, because nobody could touch them.
Right.
There's people in this world that want that mentality.
Yeah.
And Oda is basically putting it in One Piece. They're saying, like, we're going to have people that fight, because that story had a rebellion grew out of that. It legitimately grew out of that. I'm not going to get much into that, but that they are celestial dragons, and they think they're fans. They're not fans.
Yeah, and that highlights a point, because this is something we've seen in fandom that's permeated over the course of the last decade or so, in that there's this segment of quote unquote fans who want everything to look white, because to them white makes right. And we saw this again with I think Masamune Shirow is the creator of Ghost in the Shell, is he not? I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but whoever the creator of Ghost in the Shell was, literally picked Scarlett Johansson to play Motoko Kusanagi.
He didn't pick her, but he thought there was a good casting. Went on.
I thought, but he approved of it essentially.
Probably,
right?
but
Yeah,
he did say that he
it.
thought it was a great casting because he liked Scarlett Johansson and the whatnots. But as you were probably going to say, is that a lot of people don't realize that it's a friggin' robotic body. It's an artificial body.
Well, no, what I was going to say is that the same people that got upset on behalf of Asia because they cast Scarlett Johansson in a role that they thought should have gone to an Asian person, these are the same types of people that are upset that a white girl didn't get cast as Vivi, because in the anime she looks like she's supposed to be white.
Despite her place of origin.
They don't really care about the place of origin. They don't really care about that.
They don't even care that Oda said so.
Yeah, they don't even care about that. They think that this goes back to another thing about, quote unquote fans thinking they have ownership over IPs and that they know better than their creators.
Yeah.
What is the mindset behind all that?
Well, I mean, that's what, to me, that would make them, to a degree, a fan, because they are a fanatic. They're not arguing with reason. They've completely lost it. If someone who is in charge of these characters said this person is perfect, that's the end of the conversation. Whether or not you think somebody threw a bag at him, meaning money, and he decided to sing a different tune to appeal to this woke mob, which, by the way, just stop with that word. But anyway, I haven't watched the show. I haven't watched the anime. I've watched the show.
The live action, yeah.
I mean, if Oda signed off, then,
Right.
enjoy the show, because if it doesn't take away from the finished product that Netflix delivers to you, that's all that should matter at the end of the night.
In that regard, does it make us look like hypocrites when we got upset about Lakeith Stanfield being in Death Note.
Talking about being L. I didn't get upset.
Being L.
I thought that movie sucked. Not because of Lakeith. He did a great role. Is that my main issue was Light. Light was not smart. He wasn't a genius. He wasn't trying to. He was a scared little punk pussy ass bitch. And I said it with my whole chest.
Yeah, you did.
That movie sucked. And I don't say that very often.
No, you don't.
I did not enjoy watching that movie.
No, you don't.
I think the
I
story
didn't see
could have
it.
been
Yeah,
a lot.
no,
I avoided it.
I
because,
haven't seen anime, and I haven't seen.
Yeah, no,
Death Note,
I
I think
avoided
is
that.
worth watching.
That's the one where the guy put your name in the book, and there's
Yeah.
But Death Note, the anime,
The
is
anime,
worth watching.
but
Yes.
the anime is worth watching. The live action, in my honest opinion, because I watched the anime first and I watched the live action, I thought there was going to be a pretty good comparison because they didn't have to. I don't care about changing the race of the person. It's about the feel of the anime telling the story, and I just think that Light was not a good representation of Light because he was actually a very smart kid. He was able to dupe his dad, who was the leader of the detectives who was trying to find out who the heck the person. Yeah. And he was living under the same house with this guy, and they couldn't figure it out. This motherfucker was doing his homework, writing in the Death Note, eating potato chips at the same time. They didn't know he was writing in They had him underneath surveillance in the anime, and he's just eating his chips and writing in the Death Note right in front of him, and they couldn't even tell. That was like in the cat and mouse between him and L is what made it interesting. They did not capture that in the live action. That's why I said I don't care that Lakeith Stanfield was black. Who gives a shit? They just needed to capture that the cat and mouse part.
So
and they didn't do that.
So like Ice Cube's character, like Ice Cube and his son in War of the Worlds.
I didn't watch that.
Okay,
Did you watch it?
I haven't heard anything good about that yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing good about
I
that.
watched it, but yeah, that's what happened in that.
Okay.
To Marcus Pryor's point, he says a lot of these fans have problems with casting. No one's ever right for them. Same thing happened with Keaton, Michael Keaton, of course, for Batman, Heath Ledger for Joker. They played some of the best roles of those characters.
They did.
I think one of the things you're always going to run into in these situations, people that don't have any experience trying to tell people that do have experience how to do their job. And it's like 9 times out of 10, you tell somebody that's been doing it and knows how to do it better than they've done it, they're gonna do it better than you. They've already been doing it. If otherwise, you'd be doing it. If you know what I'm saying, if you were that good, like all these people that think they can cast better, it's like you can have your opinion. Opinions are great, but to say that the person that created the entire franchise has picked a person and says that they're the best person to represent this character, and to think you know better, it's like, okay. Let me know when you have an anime that's been on TV for 20 some odd plus years or whatever it's been. Once you have that behind you, then you can tell this man how to do better casting. Because until that happens, it's like just watch it and just don't say nothing. This is weird when people do that.
Oh no, for sure. And then with this actress, she's the one who's on Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Bridgerton, sorry. So she probably has multiple dialects. That she can pull from,
right?
And that might, I don't know her character.
She's British,
right? I don't know. Well, she's more than likely probably either. Wait, so she's
Indian British, so she's born in England.
Right. So so listen, we don't say she's an Indian or whatever she. That's like when they be talking about Idris Elba and them British actors. He's African. His parents. But anyway, but she probably has the Indian dialect. She, I imagine, would have. Her London tongue, and then so she's able to quite possibly bring a lot more to that character than someone who looks closer to the anime would be able to. So as far as him deciding for her during the casting, who knows how she wowed him, during the audition process. Right. So, and to your point, they're not in the audition process. There might have been 10 white girls in there and 10 brown girls in there, and this young lady might have blew them all out of the water.
Yeah,
exactly.
But it's again, the guy that created it says this is what I want. It's like y'all did, not y'all, but like the fandom has done the same thing with Lucas. We can do Star Wars better than you.
There you go.
He sold it to Disney, who everybody supposedly
because of them
hates
clowns.
Now. So it's like. Do you want One Piece to get sold off to something else? It's not going to.
It never happened.
But it's like come on now, just sit back. And go. That's all. I got to
Simon says you got a piece.
I was going to say the same thing what GQ just said. It's like Lucas when he did the prequels, everybody was all pissed off about it. It's like, dude, it's his.
which is wild.
It's his property.
Which
His
is
property.
wild.
He can do whatever the fuck he want with it.
Yeah.
And that's why he sold it off, because y'all was getting him shit about it.
I've never thought of that
I
part.
was like,
Something that I might have been, who knows, doing acid, smoking the joint. I came up. I'm talking about George Lucas, not myself.
so I was about to be like,
wait a minute.
I came up with something out of my mind.
Right.
Maybe a friend helped or whatever.
right.
And I decide to come up with something else out of my mind, and you're gonna tell me I can't do that with it's mine.
Exactly. Well, no longer. You put it out in the world. It's ours now.
Which is wild.
You know,
That's what they like
and
to
that's
say.
the mentality they got.
There is a certain situation on this planet right now that if you were to buy something, really have a say in anything, because somebody can come around and do whatever the heck they want and sue you and somehow take what is your house. If you in a HOA,
Oh,
which I think
yeah,
is the
yeah.
worst. I was like, how in the hell? I'm paying the mortgage on this. I bought this house. You ain't got a goddamn thing to say to me.
better take that
They'll
fence
take
down.
your house.
Better take that
Right.
fence down.
That fence is not in state. That fence is not in
You better
regulation.
go paint
Yeah.
that. You better paint that
Right,
freaking garage.
right.
I told you to paint that garage. Be like freaking what's my name? Montgomery Burns. He was like, shave those sideburns.
Oh, you want a flagpole? It better be like this.
Yeah.
It can't be like this other way.
Like, really?
Also, to your Celestial Dragon point, I have to ask Dido this. Have you ever heard of a Japanese albino?
He said we went to albino. What did he say? Albino hunting, and punched one of them in the head, almost decapitated him. And he was like,
Dude.
I think you mean
That's all I could think of as he was describing that. I'm
Yeah.
like, Japanese albino hunting.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, look up Slammin' Salmon starring Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh.
I will leave it
movie's
at that.
hilarious, bro.
Enjoy.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's
Bars
what
after
was it?
bars
Broken
after
Lizard
bars.
Yeah,
crew.
Broken Lizard.
Great
Pack of
movie.
tape.
Yeah, the movie is hilarious. So, but yeah, it's to me, it's silliness, because it's like, okay, the Japanese have been making their characters look white for forever. Ryu from Street Fighter is supposed to be Japanese. He does, most often than not, he looks like a white kid.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently, they started making him look a little bit more Japanese. So it's like they've been doing it for forever. So this character, if that's who the guy that created the thing picked, sit back and enjoy the show.
But what is it going to take? Okay, aren't y'all? What is it going to take for fans to be tired of this?
But it's worked before.
What do you mean it's worked before?
It's worked before.
Are you talking about Sonic?
Mary Jane and
Mary
Sonic.
Jane.
I've never seen it work
Mary
on
Jane. When you say Mary Jane, you talking about in Amazing Spider-Man 2?
when they were gonna cast that girl from Divergent,
Yeah.
and the internet said
Lost their no, you are not. Yeah.
And then
No, you are
then
not.
we got whoever we got
Zendaya?
Zendaya or Gwen Stacy.
Oh, then we got Emma Stone.
There
Yeah,
we go.
yeah.
So
yeah.
and then Sonic. Other than that,
Sonic was warranted. Now,
I don't disagree.
Right.
But
Sonic was warranted.
I'm saying, those are the only two times I've known
So-
it to work.
I think Sonic was an A/B test.
I can see that. Yeah, I can
Let's
see
just
that.
be real, because okay, they had their initial trailer, and all of us saw it. It was like, that looks terrible. All of us said
Everybody
that.
knew.
Everybody
Said that looks terrible.
But that they fixed it within a month or two.
Yeah, that fine.
That's re-rendering the entire movie again.
Right.
Nah, I think that was literally.
So
let's float this out there. See what
let
they
me
think.
ask y'all this.
Hell no, let's go with
let me
that
ask y'all this: would y'all still go see
Not
it?
at all.
No.
You wouldn't
Not
go
at
see
all.
it?
Not at all.
No.
Because
Not with Ugly Sonic.
Okay.
I'm sure
No Sonic.
on that development team. That's
Yeah.
why as far as that month, I'm sure it was already done. I'm sure
Yeah.
the people in charge had that Sonic, and somebody came down the stairs in a suit on and was like, you know what?
Put some teeth on it.
Do that.
Who in their right mind
It's-
will waste their
it's-
time
it's-
doing that?
It's all,
Dude,
if
no,
you
no,
look
no,
at it,
seriously.
it's
I agree
always
with
the
you.
suits.
Yeah,
It's
because
always
these
the
motherfuckers
suits.
they sit in freaking offices. They don't know jack shit.
Always the suits.
They don't know jack shit, but they got the power to say shit. That's why you get screwed up stuff left
Okay.
and right. That's why you get the Joker Two-Face. Because the Joker Two-Face.
Joker Two-Face.
Yes.
Yeah.
You had two Jokers in that movie.
Yeah,
You had
exactly.
freaking Riddler Joker.
Yep.
You had the Two-Face Joker.
Yeah,
They both
absolutely.
acted like the Joker. Two-Face didn't
suits.
act like Two-Face.
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
suits.
It's the suits.
100%.
Because
Well,
there's
why-
no way somebody is like, oh my God, I get to make Sonic. So blue streak speeds by, and then all of a sudden you get that call and he's like, no, I don't like that. Change it up.
Too
It was
cartoony.
literally somebody probably in their office. I wonder how he eats. How does he chew? Where are his teeth?
There you
Put
go.
some teeth on him. It's probably as stupid
How
and
was he
dumb
going
as
to eat
that.
the chili dog if he chili dog? That's a cartoon. No. So that time it was warranted. And as far as the girl from Divergent, how her name
Literally, I
has
saw
slipped my
behind
mind.
the scenes photos of her as Mary Jane, literally in the movie.
And they said no.
No, like she is on the cutting room
Yeah,
floor.
that is
footage
the only
has
time-
never been seen.
That's the only time I've ever seen it work as far as live action.
Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Snyder
Yeah,
Cut was
yeah.
a fan thing.
Yeah, it was.
Regardless of,
And maybe that's
of-
the issue.
yeah,
is that they've seen it work, and if they're like, well, if we push hard enough,
They'll change it.
There it is.
maybe
There
because
is.
it has
There
worked.
it
Now
is.
Sonic, as we all agree, was warranted. I don't want to keep calling her the Divergent girl, but
I don't even know. I never saw the Diversion.
So, who was the first successful? Who gave in first? Who was the first ones to give in? Can y'all remember?
Honestly, Sonic was Spider-Man probably, but Sonic was the first one where it was everybody unanimously
Oh,
said,
was in unison.
Yeah,
this is terrible. Change it. And
Everybody.
it was the first time the studio was like,
Yeah, we gotta change this.
because it didn't make any sense.
yeah, because that was literally for everything. That
And it
was the main character. Mary Jane, for all intents and purposes, yes, she's an important character,
sure.
but she's not Spider-Man. So changing her or dropping her or whatever ain't a huge change. Sonic is the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's the main thing. And they literally like, yeah, right, so let's go ahead and...
And the best part is that they put him in that Chip and Dale.
That was hilarious.
That
Sonic
Chip
was
and Dale movie.
hilarious.
That was freaking hilarious.
Sonic was hilarious.
Ugly
bro.
Sonic, as they called him, but I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
But again, because each one made damn near $1 billion or pretty
Sonic?
damn close.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Well.
Pretty close.
We know why that.
Again, all three of them were good though.
Yeah.
And then Jim Carrey did his thing. So it's
as
like,
always.
So MK Pryor is talking about with the Spider-Man movies that we're talking about moving forward. He says if Sidney, and I assume that he means Sydney Sweeney.
Of course he does.
If Sydney is not Felicia Hardy or Betty Brant, he said Brian, but it's Brant. Betty Brant, I'm not gonna be happy.
I thought she already was in one of the movies. And
She was in Madam Web,
Hey,
bro.
hey,
Come
hey,
on
hey,
now.
Don't.
But she
that's
was
not-
Come
that's-
on
that's
now.
not- That's
She's
not necessary.
already
Yeah.
been. Who was she in that? She was Silk Spider or something.
No,
like
she
that?
was Spider Woman. She was one of the Spider
There you
Woman.
go. So she's already been a Spider character.
Oh, she needs to be Black Cat.
But if she is Black Cat,
she's Black Cat. Oh man.
I'll take 3 tickets there.
She's gonna go ahead and push Zendaya. You're going right on over there.
And she's doing very popular right now with that
hey,
that
man.
ad for being what you say, my blue jeans. I said, so she's rolling right
Sydney
I
He's
now.
love
got
how
great
people are
genes.
reading so far into that.
Oh,
it's like
because
to
you know
me-
they want
It's a gene commercial.
I know, but to me, it's like
eugenics and
we've-
all that shit.
Like, it's
we've
a gene commercial.
We've had a GoDaddy girl. We've had the Doritos girl.
Yes.
We've had what was that one that the fast food place that used to like have the super sexy fast food advertisements? Was,
No,
I want to say Carl's Jr., but that's not it.
Charles Jr.
yeah,
Oh, it is. It
Carl's
is Carl's
Jr.
Jr.
Yeah,
Carl's Jr.
yeah,
Carl's
Simon-
Jr.,
yeah,
you
Simon
know, or
got it.
Hardee's.
These are Hardee's. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hardee's, thank you. Hardee's used to, well, they're the same.
Yeah, they are the same. Yeah.
AT&T girl.
Yeah, the AT&T
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, Lenove.
She
Don't
toned
do
hers
that.
down,
Like,
though.
Don't do what?
Don't.
She hot as hell, dog.
She
What are you
doesn't.
talking about?
She has publicly said she doesn't enjoy being
Oh,
made into
sexualized, objectified.
made
Yeah,
sex-
no,
correct,
yeah, that's
correct.
true.
And again,
That part is true.
Again,
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Well, she's
Give me that.
the thing is, the crazy thing is though,
I wish I was
Yeah, Sydney
sexualized.
clearly she enjoys it
that's
for
what
the
I'm saying.
money.
All the ones I named, they were sexualized on purpose. That was the goal.
Yes.
Yeah, the AT&T
AT&T
lady.
girl, she
That
just happened to just be
What about
attractive.
yeah.
Well, nah, Flo.
Okay.
Flo
All
probably
Okay.
Flo
What
probably
is
got a whole
you
different
doing?
audience and like
You gotta-
Flo
What
like
are you
that.
doing?
I mean, again,
Check
Flo-
that water bottle.
He said
Some THC in there? What's going on,
he says
dog?
he might not remember.
Right.
That is
What's
what
going on?
But no, it's like we were even watching a video about it. The first person that started it all was the Snapple lady.
Oh yeah,
The Snapple lady was actually the first one that was the
she was
it.
so sexy.
She wasn't that she was
You
sexy.
see those toes though.
Oh.
Funny thing is, here we go. Here we go. But
Okay.
no, it's
Okay.
We about to get hit.
Oh,
We about to get hit. We got to get
Okay.
behind
But
tires.
no, she was the first kind of spokesperson, and,
Oh,
the crazy
God.
thing, she was actually a real employee. It wasn't like they hired somebody to be. So it's like they've always had that. Go ahead, Simon.
What about I know this is like really old, but Cindy Crawford from what's her name doing the Pepsi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I thought he's about to say Murphy Brown with Sprint.
Wow, man.
Jeez, bro.
With that pantsuit on and that pin dropping.
Candace Bergen.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Kendall.
man.
Oh god.
Nigga Sean.
No.
Oh, that's hilarious, man.
Oh,
No, but and the thing is, crazy enough, Cindy Crawford is partially the reason you have Crystal Pepsi, because in those commercials, most people, again, because she's drinking it and then has to smile, they made Crystal Pepsi for commercials initially. It was, but it wasn't citrus flavored. It was just, it was clear Pepsi because she has to drink it, but still smile at the camera. Obviously, you're gonna have
You don't want no stained teeth.
right.
Yeah.
So Crystal Pepsi was kind of birthed because of commercials, essentially. So that's kind of where it came from.
That's funny.
How much money?
Crystal gravy.
That's funny.
Wow. Wow.
NK Pryor, it is unfortunate because that first time I saw her, I was locked in. Also, don't be disrespectful to Flo. I'm a part of the crew that down like clown Charlie Brown. Wow.
All right.
I wasn't
Okay,
disrespectful,
nah. Okay, man.
But yeah, but they're just like it's like they're blue jeans. Like I don't whether it's Abercrombie. You know, one thing. It's an American thing. You got white kids or white people, white tee, blue jeans. Like we've never looked at it as.
And of course, Beyonce came right out with her Levi's ad. Like,
Yeah, but then they were like, "Oh, she's
trying too hard.
No, what is the word? She's what do they say when they're trying to be us? What is the word they
Appropriating?
Yeah, they said we're offended because she's appropriating.
Oh my God! How do you
Marilyn
appropriate
Monroe.
jeans?
They said
Wait,
she's
hold on, hold on.
How
they
do you
said she was
appropriate
appropriating
jeans?
Marilyn Monroe because she had the blonde hair.
What?
And
Okay, hold on,
that's,
hold on.
that's what
Hold
they
on.
said.
Marilyn Monroe appropriated the curvy figure of a black woman
Well,
anyway.
but listen, now you talking about history. They don't know that.
I
They
know
just
they
on the
don't know
they
that.
just on the they got the thumbs
completely
going.
Understand
They got the
that.
thumbs going. But
But
that's what they said.
They
Yeah.
really want to be
Norma
victims
Jean,
that bad,
before
don't
she became
they?
Marilyn Monroe, was just basically like black woman was already thick like that.
Yeah, but unfortunately, both sides of the fence want to play victim. You had the side
yeah.
from the Sydney Sweeney side, which would be some black women and other women. Oh, their jeans. They're saying they're better, and then Beyonce doing her ad, and then you're having people saying that she's appropriating Marilyn Monroe. So it's just again, go touch some grass. Get off the phone.
You know what's always going to be in style? Nice curves, big boobs, nice ass.
Yes, sir.
That's always going to be in
Yes,
style.
sir.
That's always going to be great. That's always going to be a good thing.
I don't care
Whether
how.
you white, black, Japanese, whatever.
I don't care how you were trying to tone
Today,
down
I
the
think
sexism
it's
and not.
definitely in style, but back in the 70s and the 80s, if you
Oh
were
yeah.
flat as a washboard,
Oh yeah, they wanted that.
you wanted
But and then you just had to give them a little. You give them a little
Shoulder.
That's it. That shoulder
Careful,
come out.
brother.
Oh,
Careful,
boy.
brother.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
boy.
got the We Are
Well,
Band.
again,
That shoulder come out.
Again, I was born in the late 70s.
Oh.
I grew up in the 80s, and damn it, I matured in the 90s with all of the various great women that we had to oogle and look at then. So my tastes have basically stayed around the curvy and
As they
attractive
should.
looking. So I never grew up with
I
loving
mean,
the.
I agree because it's the same thing here.
All
Exact
started
same
with
thing.
Daisy Duke.
Oh,
All
no,
started
no,
with
it didn't
Daisy
start
Duke.
with
But listen,
Daisy
For me,
Duke.
yeah, it's
But
all
That's because you're
started with
younger
Daisy.
But-
by a little.
But we do need to just a brief moment. Sidney Crawford.
Sidney
Was-
Crawford.
Crawford.
Yeah.
Sidney Crawford was.
You was something
She's
special,
doing
man.
that.
Sidney Crawford looked so good. They was putting her in hit movies. That's
Yeah.
That's how,
No, damn well she couldn't act.
That's how good.
No,
oh,
who
man.
cares? Who cares she couldn't act? You there to look at her.
Yeah, they said.
That's it.
Marcus Pryor, I was in a movie with Nia Long.
Come on now, Muslim.
Yeah.
Muslim.
Yeah.
Muslim.
I remember
I
watching that
remember
movie.
that.
I didn't know he was in the movie when I watched that movie.
I knew he was in it.
Yo!
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, I was on set with her the whole day. It was cool. She's very down to earth, easy to talk to. Like she's like really cool. Like her and Governor, I forgot his last name, but he played her husband in the film. Both of them were real easy going. It's actually a good experience. Yeah, she at the time still looked great.
Boy was dressed like Keith David in Pitch Black. When he had the kufi on and the he had the whole garb on.
That was a long day, but I didn't care because I had never been. It was filmed at like a mosque in Dearborn, which is not too far from us here in Michigan. But I drove past it a million times. Never been inside. It was like that building is amazing.
Yeah,
like,
the one on Fort Road.
Yeah, it's the biggest one in the country.
Yes, dude. Like when we went in there, obviously take your shoes off, be respectful.
Right.
But it was like just the architecture and everything was like, holy. It's like I drove past this so many times, never stopped in. Like
I've always
it's
wondered
crazy.
what was inside, and it's
Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Take a look. Go inside.
Preem says GQ was dancing along to no music on a rooftop party with a bunch of white folks.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, that was
the
insane.
You want to get
That
your
was the scene.
check? You got to do your
Like
scene.
there was, matter of fact, there was a sequence filmed at a quote unquote college, was actually a parking lot, where they were doing it. They used a jib crane camera to basically mask fake an audience. Basically, like whatever the camera was showing. Okay, we're about to swing over. You had to run over in position because they didn't have like money for hundreds.
Oh,
of
yeah,
thousands.
that
It was like mask. About to move camera, run over. Get back into position or kind of be whatever. So here's the it was a fun experience. It was a lot of fun.
Nowadays, Hollywood is just AI.
Oh yeah, they would AI it.
Yeah,
Now,
they would AI a
yeah,
crowd.
back then
That's
was,
it.
So. It was fun though.
Yeah,
I think
it
that
sounds
movie's
like a
still
lot of fun.
on Amazon or Tubi or something.
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't
have to take
know,
a look
whatever.
at that. All right, fellas. That's about to wrap it up for the show today.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
No more.
Show's over.
Oh, no.
And it's like, you still here?
Well, they can come back next
Yeah,
week.
absolutely, they can come
They'll
back
come
next
back
week.
next
They
week.
can
9 p.m.
bring
Eastern.
they can bring their crushes from the 90s and 2000s.
Oh man, that'll be
Tell your friends.
All of them.
yeah, that'll be pretty
Get in
sweet.
free if they got nice feet.
Oh.
On that note, let's wrap it up.
No. I want Simon Says to have the last word though. What's your thoughts on anything before we clear out?
My thoughts?
Yes, your thoughts.
We got a last. Someone just showed up. No, I mean, well, we need to have y'all come back because we're gonna have some more good shenanigans.
Oh, shenanigans all the time.
Shenanigans. We're gonna have some more.
Oh. Well, then in that regard,
Pause. Now, not the feet.
now we're here.
Yeah.
Now,
You want
I
to
got
look
a
like
question.
this.
Oh, what's the question?
You're like a red guy, or you're more of a French manicure when you like to look at your.
okay.
You
like naked?
Clean.
or do you like
Like
them
a naked.
yeah.
It could be whatever color they want as long as they look good on there.
What if they're painted green?
They're like, oh, green's nice. And if they green, that means she want the pink.
Okay, all right. I apologize, everybody.
God, look what you done did.
That's me. That's on me. That's on me. I went too far.
Wait. Marcus Pride, no comment about the second pair of stolen shoes.
Second pair of stolen shoes.
Oh, you talking about what's the name?
He got a shoe.
On Roman?
The tribal thief.
Oh, they
He
stole
got a shoe.
shoes again.
He got a shoe stolen again.
No, he stole. I think he jacked Jimmy, or no, not Jimmy, but Jay.
He
jacked
No,
Oh, wow.
he has.
has. Shoes.
Yeah, he jacked Roman for his shoes. Now he jacked Jay for his shoes.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
and it's called the Shulafala.
Shoe follow.
Yo, that's
Is he gonna start wearing them around his neck?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
that's a dope bit. I love that.
And he's now known as the tribal thief.
So the tribal.
Brown Breaker
Oh,
is the
good.
tribal thief. Hey man, that's not a bad bit.
That's hilarious.
That's not a bad bit.
Trouble is afoot. Looks like it's time to toe the line at your sole discretion.
Oh, my
Okay.
goodness.
Oh, man.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Anyway, guys, we got to get out of here. I'm Kishiro. This is the Great Atakuji GQ. Mega Sean. Simon Says. See you guys next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, for another great episode. Culture Junkies Live.
Good night.
Peace out.